Hello there and welcome back to Let's Sub T-Line Together. During this lesson, we're working at 60 words per minute. And if you're following the court reporting series, you'll notice that this is a continuation of the previous court reporting lesson, where we heard a story about a couple who tried to steal a diamond ring from a jewellery store. So the previous lesson covers part 1, that was 2 minutes and 60. And this lesson covers part 2, which is also 2 minutes at 60. If you've not seen the previous lesson, then please click the link in the description and then return to this lesson after. Otherwise, you're coming in at the halfway point of the story and you might be quite confused as to what's going on. Okay, so the title of the paper is the same as the previous lesson. It is couple accused of attempting to steal diamond ring. That's couple accused of attempting to steal diamond ring. So, couple is CPL blend. Accused is ACSD. We could join accused of. Remember that of is usually an O indicator on the T line, but I've joined it together there to make a nice word gripping. Attempting is AT, a bit wonky there, sorry. AT, MPT-ing, it's very long. Now you could make that shorter by using the A indicator for at on the T line, MP, omit the final T and add the ing. That's the quickest way to write attempting. Or you could of course keep it in full. Then we've got to steal diamond ring. So got option there to put a bracket there. T for 2, steal, STL, diamond, DMND, and ringers are an ing. I'm working at 60 words a minute. Okay. Now, what I want to do today is go straight into the dictation. So I'm going to go straight for 2 minutes 60, and then I'm going to go through the outlines after. Okay. We usually have a quiz. We're going to go straight in for it. If preparing for an exam, then you could take this down, you could transcribe it, and then watch the video after to check back your errors and also to look at the shorthand outlines as well. Okay, let's get to it then. So we've got 2 minutes at 60. I'm going to first just drill a title. Okay, ready? Couple accused of attempting to steal diamond ring. Couple accused of attempting to steal diamond ring. Okay, so 2 minutes at 60. Best of luck. Make sure you've got enough paper. Don't risk turning your page in the middle. Once I've finished reading, I'll be quiet for 30 seconds and then we'll go through outlines. Okay, so pen's ready. Good luck, and let's find out what happened in the rest of this case. Okay, ready. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the case continues. The shop owner stopped the young woman and asked her to return the ring before going to the bank to get the money to pay for it. Tiffany laughed, apologised for being so forgetful, and handed the ring over. While she apparently went to the bank, James waited by the door, talking on his phone. When she returned, she tried the ring on for a final time. She then fainted, and James said he must drive her to the hospital immediately, as she has a rare condition. She, in fact, has no diagnosis of any medical condition. This whole ordeal was an act, and you will shortly see further supporting evidence. Okay, so when I pause for 30 seconds, that will be the equivalent of a break on the NCTJ 60 exam. So remember, you have a 2-minute passage at 60, 30-second break, and then another 2-minute passage at 60. Okay, so 120 words in each part. So let us look at outlines. It was hard. The words in there may be words you've never written before. When I write papers and dictate papers, there are still words that I've not written before, because there's so many words exist, and it's impossible to have written every single word. So just bear that in mind. Try to get something down. So let's look. So we had sentence 1. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the case continues. If you've been using this series, then you'll remember that we do L&G and then just J-I. And that says, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. You could group together the case, continues, that is a CN blend, con, TN, and S. Then we have quite a long sentence, this next one. Also, if you want to add the U in continues like this, for clarity, then you can. So sentence 1, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the case continues. Sentence 2 is super long. The shop owner stopped the young woman. So we've got the TH, shop, long kind S and P. Owner is O indicator, W and blend and R. Stopped is STPD. The young woman, so the young is lying ung. Quickest way to write woman is to put a W underneath their previous outline. So young woman. N for and. Asked is ASCD. Her is HR. T for 2. Return is R. Disjoint TR and N. Then we've got the ring. So far we've got the shop owner stopped the young woman and asked her to return the ring. Then we have before going to the bank to get the money to pay for it. So we've got before, G for go, add the ing, to the should be grouped. Bank is B and AC for words that end in ank or contain ank. T for 2, get is GT, there is TH, money MNI, T for 2, pay is P in a full, A for clarity, FR is for, and then it. Just to note with the word before, circled here, you can do it this way, or you can do it like this, where we do a B, and then we do that loopy kind of fancy backwards FR. Okay, so end of that sentence, quite a long one. Then we had the name Tiffany. If you'd watched last session, you will remember that was the name of the girl. So Tiffany is T, downwards F, N, I, so Tiffany. Laughed, that would be L. Downwards F in D. So your GH is a phonetic sound there. So you've got laughed. Apologise. This is a pretty crazy outline. We do an A indicator. We do a P. We go up with the L. Then we do a G, an S, and D. If you're working on your own and you're writing new words, you might look at that and think, that can't be right, it's too long. Some outlines are quite long, even we break them down, because there might not be a fancy blend or any theory that makes them shorter. Remember, when we have a Z in the middle of the word, we change it to an S to make it easier to write. But in this case, you've got the English spelling, so yeah, British spelling, so it is an S. Then we've got for being, so forgetful. So FR for being is B and ing. So is SO. Forgetful is FR. GT. Then FL. Again, along that line. So apologise, jized, and forgetful are real long ones. You may have, if you got it down, gone with a downwards F and looped up like that. That'd also be okay. And it also puts you in a good position for writing forward. So we've got there, Tiffany laughed, apologised for being so forgetful, and handed the ring over. So N for and. Hand is letter H in the way of the A indicator and add the D to make it handed. We've got the ring. Now, when we have the word over at the end of a sentence, it becomes VR, okay? So ring over, end of sentence. If over comes before something, like over time, we put the O indicator above, over time. If we did this, ring over, it's not wrong, but you've got this sort of floating O. It's not over anything. It's over thin air. So you might think it's of. Okay, so just try and use the VR if it comes at the end of a sentence. So ring over. So ring over. Okay, so end of sentence there. We are almost a minute in. I'm just going to clear the screen and then we can look at the next outlines. Pause at any point. I talk very fast. I am very high energy. So you may think, oh, she's going super fast. Remember, you can always slow it down and make notes as you go through. Okay, so we've got, while she apparently went to the bank, James waited by the door talking on his phone. So with while we maintain the H upwards L, she longhand S, can put B if you want to, I don't bother, but you can. Apparently, that would be APR-NTI. So we've got A indicator, PR, NT and LY becomes I. Remember, kick the hell out of it, kick the L out of it, words end LY. Went is WN blending T. To the should be grouped, and bank is B and ank. James, which was the name of Tiffany's fiance, waited is WTD. By the should be grouped, B, I extend down H of there. Door is a long D for your DR. Talking is just TK and ing. Remember, no L in walk and talk. On his phone, so we've got on. Here's the angle in the way of I indicator. Phone is downwards F and M. So we had, while she apparently went to the bank, James waited by the door talking on his phone. Bill. Next sentence, when she returned, she tried the ring on for a final time. So when you can write WHN, I tend to do WN blend, so you've got an option there. She, longhand S, returned as RTRND. She, longhand S, tried as TR blending D. We've got the ring is R and ing. You could in fact group tried there and just extend down from the D of tried. again, optional, feels good to you, then of course use that. Some things feel natural and some don't. It's just trial and error. So she tried the ring on for a final time. So on is OM blend, for A should be grouped. Final downwards F and L. Upward L after the N. Time is M on the T line. And this is when the drama started. She fainted. Okay, so she then fainted, and James said he must drive her to the hospital immediately as she has a rare condition. So she's fainted with the ring on, and that's why they're suspicious. Okay, just gonna get rid of this so I can make a new sentence. So we've got she, then we've got downwards F and TD for fainted. Then we have and James. Quite difficult when I'm drawing on this with a big pen. Notepads are much nicer. Said is SD, H for he, must MST, drive DR blend and V. Here is HR, T for 2, and then the hospital HSP special outline. Immediately is IMDI special outline. As she, so I've got as she has a, rare would be a double length R. Think of the word in full. It's not an initial double, so we do need both R's. So it'd be an R but extended, so rare. And condition would be CND and then show. Okay. The last sentence was, in fact, we've got 2 more to go. Just to go back over this one, so we've got she then fainted, and James said he must drive her to the hospital immediately as she has a rare condition. Now, fainted, you might have put yours higher. Fainted and founded couldn't be confused. In context, you are fine. If you want to raise it higher, feel free. Then we have she, in fact, has no diagnosis of any medical condition. So you've got she. In fact becomes IN, reduce fact to CT within word gripping. So if you get the word fact with the word gripping, like the fact, in fact, these facts, it's reduced to CT or CTS if it's facts. For example, this would say the fact. This would say these facts with the S and the N there. In this case, we have in fact. So she in fact has, we angle the H in the way of an A indicator. No is NO. Diagnosis, that would be D, G, N, disjoint S for words end SLS. We've got of, any is ANI, medical is MDCL, condition is CND, and then shin. So we had, she in fact has no diagnosis of any medical condition. Last sentence was, this whole ordeal was an act, and you will shortly see further supporting evidence. So this is TH, and we angle the H in the way of the I indicator. Whole is H upwards L because silent W. Ordeal is your OR blend or the R principle. So an O and R come together in a word. We use a full vowel O. We omit the R and we intersect the next letter. In this case, is a D, so ordeal. Was is WS. An is AN. Act is ACT. And for and. You will can start off up high like so, or it's equally correct to start on the writing line, whichever you prefer. See the beauty of shorthand, sometimes frustration. There are more than one way to write things. It's just finding your favourite that works for you. Shortly, we've got long kind of S, R, T, and then LY becomes I. C is SE indicator. Further, we've got FR, THR blend. And then we have the supporting, which is SPRT-ing. Evidence or evident is a V under your writing line. End of passage. Okay, that's quite tough. So remember, you can always pause the videos, you can highlight outlines, drill them, record them into your phone, and replay them back to yourself to get the instant practice. You know, drill. And trying to recall them instantly is really, really effective. It can be a challenge. The more you do it, like anything in life, the easier it will become. Hopefully you enjoyed this lesson. Make sure you subscribe. You'll find out when we have new videos coming on. Up, we have one every week. So hopefully you're enjoying those so far. Any questions, you know where to find us by email. And obviously, if you have a comment, if you've got any comments on the lesson, that's always it's always nice to have comments. Any feedback is always good. So thank you for your time. And if you want to have a go at this again, you'll find a link to the audio file in the description. Okay, so wherever you're on the world, wonderful day, wonderful evening, and I will see you in 2 weeks' time for the next session and a brand new story. Thank you guys. Bye.